have the honor of presenting the first Tecora Rogers Award. But I think it's important to know who Tecora was. Tecora was many people. When she first came to the Egan, she came in such a bustle and wanted to know everything about Father Egan, wanted to know everything about the office. She soaked it up. She read the books. She looked at the statues several times. She went into the communities in the parishes that Father Egan used to reside in. I was amazed. Tecora was a historian. Then she brought in a film crew to interview me and other folk at the Egan because she had a television show, which I wasn't quite aware of until she came in with all this camera equipment and all this sound equipment. Tecora had sage wisdom. She had an eagerness to learn. She would get involved with every program that Egan had to offer, every initiative that we had to offer, whether it's MVI, whether it's Jumpstart, whether it's CSI, whether it's PSI, any I, she was involved. Her spirit was infectious. She had a passion that was unwavering for social justice. I admired her creativity and her ability to see the beauty in things and in people and in communities that perhaps I didn't see. Tecora was also an internationally known singer. She was a diva, and she sparkled on stage and gave light to wherever she went and whatever she did. She left us all too soon. Her spirit will be honored in our very first Tecora Rogers Award. But Tecora liked to cook, and so I thought about the recipe that Tecora would embody. 1, 2 tablespoons of accountability, 1 cup of empathy, a 1/2 cup of patience, 1/3 cup of humility, 1 cup of confidence, a dash of vision, a tablespoon of passion, 1/4 cup of integrity, 1/2 cup of charisma and pizzazz, 2 cups of courage, 1 teaspoon of resiliency, a cup of trust, a teaspoon of creativity, and a pound of love. Tecora was my friend, my colleague, and we miss her. She would surely be a healing salve in these days right now. But in honor of her spirit, we would like to give out this award. Peace and blessings.
When I think about Tecora Rogers, I think about the impact that she left on so many people that she encountered in her life. I think about the communities that she worked with, the children that she worked with, and the schools that she worked with. Tecora has inspired so many to continue to do the work that she set out to do, which was to address equity issues in Black and Brown communities. I am so grateful to have worked with Tecora and to continue to be inspired by her presence and her spirit, and to continue doing this great work that we do here at the Egan Office, which is rooted in community.
I remember very vividly one of the first things that I posed to a room full of people at the Egan Office was, what is the defining moment in your educational experience that led you to becoming an educator? And without missing a beat, Tecora answers, Brown v. Board of Education. And she meant that not in like a comical way or an abstract sense. She meant that as in quite literally, as a young girl, she watched the transformation of the American educational system as she was living it. And that struck me in two ways. One, because here was this person who's been doing this work, frankly, longer than I have been alive. And two, here's this person who is still doing this work to this day. And up until the day that she left us, she was doing this work. And so I think that I feel a deep sense of pride to not only have been a part of what Tecora contributed to the Egan Office, to DePaul, to the Chicago community as a whole, but also to have known and to have learned and to have grown from her as an individual and as a person. If you're watching this right now, you have likely not had the opportunity to meet the person who this award is named after. And that's unfortunate. But like so many other great people before her, what's so fascinating and so amazing is that it doesn't really feel like Tecora's gone. I remember very vividly leaving her memorial and not feeling sad, not feeling lost, not feeling grief in the most traditional sense, but frankly feeling hopeful. And those of you that know me know I don't say that quite lightly, and I'm very averse to sounding hokey, but that's true. When people make an impact in the way that Tecora did, they really don't leave. And her lasting impact is being lived out in this moment right now, not only in this award, but in the work that the Egan continues to do, and in the work that every single one of you is doing. The fact that you are working in education, an already challenging field, in the middle of a global pandemic, as we continue to watch millions of mile markers that indicate that maybe we haven't made the progress we thought we did, there's still people like Tecora, and there's still people like you, getting up every day and doing the work. I want to thank you for that. I want to congratulate the recipient of this award, and I want to thank the Egan Office and the entire staff for the work that you continue to do day in and day out.
Congratulations to Rosanna Cordero for being the first annual Tecora Rogers Harper Award recipient.